"We didn't order for your son," my sister said, handing him a bread basket while her kids ate $100 steaks and dessert. My dad added, "You should have packed him something." I just smiled and said, "Noted." When the waiter came back, I stood up and announced, I'd offered to pay for our parents' 40th anniversary dinner, booked the best steakhouse, arranged a private room, restored their wedding photo as a gift. I arrived with my son Elon. He was excited, asking if he could order dessert. My sister Jill and her family were already seated. Her husband Doug had a drink. Their boys played on tablets. Jill didn't stand up, just looked over. "Oh, hey, no one asked how Elon was." We sat down. Elon pointed at chicken tenders and smiled. I was about to flag the waiter when Jill pulled the bread basket toward Elon. "We didn't order for your son," my dad chimed in. "You should have packed him something." Elon's face fell. My mom didn't glance up. Jill smirked like she'd scored a point. I've spent years cleaning up Jill's messes, financial, emotional, babysitting, always hearing, "She's going through a lot." I've been covering half her rent for a year, $5,700 total. I waved the waiter over. When he arrived, I stood. "Cancel any orders that haven't been sent to the kitchen. Put everything already on the way on my father's bill. It's his anniversary." Silence. "Also, my son will have the ribeye medium rare with truffle mac and a Coke." Doug coughed. Jill stared in disbelief. My mom's mouth opened, then closed. Uncle Gary let out a low laugh. Aunt Denise smiled. The waiter left. I handed Elon a breadstick. He knew I'd stood up for him. My dad stared at the bill. He didn't say thank you. As we left, I gave the framed photo to the waiter. "Set this on the table when we're gone." That night, my phone blew up. Jill asking what my problem was. Dad demanding I reimburse him. The next day, they showed up unannounced. I called Uncle Gary. "They're here. We'll be there in 10. Jill walked in with arms folded. "You embarrassed the entire family." Dad placed an envelope on the counter. $1,000 for the private room? "You pay your share." I didn't touch it. "Wait here." When Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise walked in, Mom's smile dropped. "I'm done supporting Jill. She's not my child. I've covered half her rent for a year. $5,700, that ends today." Jill started yelling, but I didn't look at her. Aunt Denise stepped in calm. "When's the last time any of you helped Linda?" No one answered. I picked up the envelope. "I'll give you $500, not out of obligation, but pure pettiness." Dad's hand hit the counter. "Get out," I said. I opened the door. Uncle Gary stood. They left. That wasn't the end. Jill posted vague Facebook statuses about family members who think they're better than everyone. Then someone called CPS on me. Anonymous. They said I was neglecting Elon. Caseworkers came, looked around, talked to his school. Everything checked out. Report closed, but it stayed in the system. I knew it was them. I gathered everything. Rent statements, Venmo screenshots, party photos of Jill poolside the weekend she said Doug was in the ER and begged me for money. I sent cease and desist letters to Jill mom and dad. Detailed the harassment, false CPS claim, unpaid debt. Then Doug messaged me. A bank transfer screenshot, $2,850, exactly half of what I'd paid. No note. Then I told her to stop. "I've moved out. Do whatever you have to do." 2 weeks later, another letter arrived from their attorney. They were filing for grandparent visitation rights, said I was denying them access to Elon out of spite. My lawyer read it and said flatly, "They don't have a case. This isn't legal. It's personal." I filed a formal response with evidence. I contacted Elon's school and added them to a restricted list. No pickups, no volunteering, nothing. Then one morning at 6 a.m., my phone rang. Uncle Gary, his voice was tight. "Your mom called Denise last night, drunk. Said Jill's planning something at Elon's school, today." My blood went cold. I checked the school app. Drop-off started in 2 hours. Elon was still asleep. My phone buzzed. Unknown number, a photo. Jill's car parked outside Elon's school. Timestamp 6:47 a.m. She was already there. Uncle Gary's voice cut through. "I'm 15 minutes out. Don't go alone." But I was already grabbing my keys. I pulled up to Elon's school at 7:02. Jill's white Suburban was still there, parked by the front entrance. No sign of her inside it. The lot was mostly empty. A few teachers arrived for early meetings. I parked 3 spaces away, got out slow. My phone rang. "Uncle Gary, I'm pulling in now." I waited. His truck turned into the lot. He parked next to me, got out wearing his work uniform, paint stains on the knees. "What's the plan?" he asked. "Find her. Keep her away from my kid." We walked toward the main doors. A teacher propped one open with a trash can, hauling in boxes. I nodded to her. She smiled back. Inside, the hallways were quiet. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead. My shoes squeaked on the tile. We passed Elon's classroom. Empty. The door to the front office was open. I heard voices inside. When I stepped in, the secretary looked up. "Can I help you? Is my sister here?" Jill Wagner. She nodded toward the attendance office. "A woman from the district is meeting with the principal. Your sister mentioned she's family." I walked past her desk. Uncle Gary followed. The principal's door was cracked. I pushed it open. Jill sat across from the principal, Mrs. Kelso. A woman in a gray suit sat beside her, laptop open. All 3 turned. The woman in gray frowned. "This is a closed meeting. I'm Linda Crane, Elon's mother." Mrs. Kelso stood. "Linda, we weren't expecting you." That's the point, I said. Jill's smile faded. What are you doing here? I ignored her, looked at Mrs. Kelso. What is this meeting about? The woman in gray closed her laptop. I'm Beth Travers, District Family Services Liaison. Your sister reached out about concerns regarding Elon's care. She indicated you've been under significant stress and requested we evaluate support options. Support options, I repeated. Mrs. Kelso adjusted her glasses. It's standard procedure when family members raise welfare concerns. We're not accusing anyone of anything. Yet, Beth added. Jill leaned forward. Linda, this isn't an attack. I'm trying to help. You're trying to take my son. Doug doesn't want me around anymore. You've burned every bridge. So now you're targeting Elon. Jill's face went red. That's not what this is. Mrs. Kelso raised a hand. Let's all stay calm. I pulled out my phone, opened the folder of screenshots. False CPS reports, harassment, legal threats, all documented. I handed the phone to Mrs. Kelso. She scrolled through it. Her expression changed. This is harassment? Beth asked. You're harassing her, Jill snapped. She cut us out of her life. Because you called CPS on me with false claims. Uncle Gary stepped forward. Jill's been financially dependent on Linda for years. Linda cut her off. This is retaliation. Mrs. Kelso set my phone down. Linda, I appreciate you coming in. Based on what I'm seeing here and Elon's stellar attendance and grades, I don't see any grounds for intervention. Beth frowned. The family expressed serious concerns, which appear unfounded, Mrs. Kelso said. Jill stood. You're making a mistake. I looked at her. You need to leave now, or I'm calling the police. You're on school property trying to interfere with my custody. She looked at Beth. Tell her. Beth packed up her laptop. I think we're done here. This was brought to us as a welfare concern. If it's a custody dispute, that's not our jurisdiction. Jill's jaw tightened. She grabbed her purse, walked out without another word. Uncle Gary followed her into the hallway. I stayed behind with Mrs. Kelso. I'm adding her to the restricted list, I said. She's not allowed on campus. Mrs. Kelso nodded. I'll update the records today. If she shows up again, we'll contact you immediately. Thank you. I left the office. Uncle Gary stood by the front doors. Jill's car was gone. She peeled out, he said. I'll keep an eye out in case she doubles back. We walked to the parking lot together. The sun was coming up, orange streaks across the sky. I sat in my car, hands shaking. Uncle Gary leaned in through the window. You did good, I nodded. Couldn't speak yet. He patted the door. Call me if she pulls anything else. I drove home. Elon was still asleep. I made coffee, sat at the kitchen table. My phone buzzed. A text from Doug. I didn't know she was going to do that. I'm sorry. Another text. She's out of control. I'm filing for full custody of the boys. I didn't respond. Another buzz. My mom. We need to talk. I blocked her number. Then I called my lawyer. She answered on the second ring. Tell me what happened. I laid it all out. The school, Jill, Beth from the district. She was quiet for a moment. We're filing a restraining order today. This crossed the line. What about my parents? If they're complicit, we'll include them. I hung up. Elon padded into the kitchen in his pajamas. Morning, Mom. Morning, Bud. Ready for school? He nodded, opened the fridge, pulled out orange juice. I watched him pour a glass. He had no idea what had just happened, and that's how I wanted to keep it. That afternoon, I met my lawyer at her office downtown. Lydia was mid-40s, sharp as hell, with short gray hair and glasses that made her look like a professor. She had the restraining order paperwork ready. We're including Jill, your mother, and your father, she said. Based on the pattern of harassment, false reports, and this morning's incident, a judge will grant this. What about Doug? He's distancing himself. Unless he participates in future harassment, leave him out. It keeps your case stronger. I signed the forms. She made copies, slid them into a folder. We'll file this afternoon. You should have a court date within 2 weeks. Jill will be served first. She won't take it well. I don't care. Lydia smiled. Good. That's the energy we need. I left her office, drove to pick up Elon from school. He was waiting by the curb with his backpack. Got in the car, tossed the bag in the back. How was your day? I asked. Fine. We had a sub in math. She let us work in groups. Good. He looked out the window. Mom, are Grandma and Grandpa coming for Thanksgiving? I gripped the steering wheel. Probably not this year. He nodded. Didn't ask why. Smart kid. Knew something was off but didn't push. We stopped at the grocery store. Elon grabbed a cart. I made a list in my head while we walked through the aisles. He tossed in a box of granola bars, some apples. In the cereal aisle, my phone rang. Unknown number, I answered. Linda Crane? Yes, this is Officer Brennan with the County Sheriff's Office. We attempted to serve a restraining order to Jill Wagner at her residence. She refused service and became verbally aggressive. We had to leave the papers on her porch. I pulled the cart to the side. Is that legally binding? Yes, she's been served. But she made threats about contesting it and showing up to your home. We can do a welfare check if you'd like. I gave him my address. He said a deputy would swing by that evening. I hung up. Elon was reading the back of a cereal box. Everything okay? He asked. Yeah, just lawyer stuff. We finished shopping, headed home. I unloaded groceries while Elon did homework at the kitchen table. Around 6, a knock at the door. I checked the peephole. Deputy in uniform. I opened it. Evening, ma'am. Just doing a welfare check per Officer Brennan. Everything secure here? Yes, I haven't seen my sister today. Good. If she shows up, don't engage. Call us immediately. He handed me a card with a case number. I thanked him, closed the door. Elon looked up from his math worksheet. Why was a cop here? Just a precaution. He went back to his homework. Didn't press further. The restraining order hearing was set for November 3rd, 2 weeks away. In the meantime, Jill went silent. No calls, no texts, no drive-bys. It felt worse than when she was active, like waiting for a bomb to go off. Doug texted me updates. She's staying with your mom. They're planning something. I don't know what. I'm moving out this weekend. Boys are coming with me. I responded. Keep me posted. He sent a thumbs up. Uncle Gary called that Friday. Denise saw your mom at the pharmacy. She was buying prepaid phones. Why would she need those? No idea, but it's not good. I made a note, told Lydia. She added it to the case file. That weekend, Doug moved out. He rented a townhouse across town. Brought his sons, Tyler and Mason. Jill didn't contest it. Didn't even show up when he came for their stuff. I offered to help him unpack. He said no, needed space to process everything. I understood. Elon and I spent Saturday at Uncle Gary's house. He was rebuilding a deck in the backyard. Elon helped him measure boards. I sat on the porch with Aunt Denise. She brought out lemonade. How are you holding up, she asked. Day by day. She nodded. Your mom called me last night. Said you're destroying the family? I didn't respond. She sipped her lemonade. I told her she destroyed it herself by enabling Jill. Then I hung up. Thank you. She patted my hand. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up. Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise had shown up more in the past 2 months than my parents had in years. Monday morning. November 3rd. Restraining order hearing. I wore a navy dress, pulled my hair back. Lydia met me outside the courtroom. She had a leather folder under her arm. Ready? As I'll ever be. We walked in. Jill sat on the opposite side with a public defender. My mom sat behind her. My dad wasn't there. Jill glared at me. I didn't look away. The judge entered. Everyone stood. He sat, reviewed the file. This is a petition for a restraining order. Ms. Crane is requesting protection from Jill Wagner, Patricia Crane, and Harold Crane. Is that correct? Lydia stood. Yes, Your Honor. The judge looked at Jill's public defender. Your client is contesting this? Yes, Your Honor. My client believes this is retaliation for expressing legitimate concern about her nephew's welfare. The judge flipped through pages. I see documented false CPS reports, harassment via social media, and an attempt to interfere at the child's school. How is that legitimate concern? The public defender hesitated. My client's intentions were misunderstood. The judge looked at me. Ms. Crane, tell me what happened at the school. I stood, kept my voice steady, recounted the morning. Jill showing up, the district liaison, Mrs. Kelso showing her the evidence. The judge nodded. And you have documentation of prior harassment? Lydia handed him a folder. Screenshots, emails, Venmo requests, the CPS report with its closed status. He reviewed everything. Jill's public defender whispered to her. She shook her head. The judge set the folder down. This is a clear pattern of harassment. The restraining order is granted. Jill Wagner is prohibited from contacting Ms. Crane or her son, coming within 500 feet of their residence, or appearing at the child's school. Jill stood. This is insane. She's lying. The judge's expression hardened. Ms. Wagner, the evidence speaks for itself. If you violate this order, you'll be arrested. Understood? Jill's face flushed red. She sat down hard. The judge looked at Lydia. What about the parents? Lydia stood. We're requesting the same for Patricia and Harold Crane, based on their involvement in the harassment. The judge looked at my mom. Mrs. Crane, what's your side of this? My mom stood, hands clasped in front of her. My daughter has cut us out of our grandson's life. We're just trying to maintain a relationship. By supporting false allegations, she hesitated. Jill was concerned. That's not the same as supporting false claims. The judge reviewed more papers. It says here you were present when your daughter attempted to interfere at the school. Is that true? My mom's voice wavered. I didn't know what she was planning. But you went with her? I stayed in the car. The judge shook his head. The restraining order extends to Patricia Crane. 500 feet. No contact. Harold Crane is not included unless further harassment occurs. My mom sat down, tears on her face. I felt nothing. The judge banged his gavel. We're adjourned. Jill stormed out. My mom followed her. Lydia packed up her folder. That went better than expected. I nodded, felt hollow. Outside, Uncle Gary was waiting on a bench. He stood when he saw me. How'd it go? Restraining order granted. He hugged me tight, didn't say anything. Didn't need to. Thanksgiving week. The restraining order had been in effect for 3 weeks. No contact from Jill or my mom. Doug invited me and Elon to Thanksgiving at his new place. Small gathering. Just him, his boys, and us. I brought a pumpkin pie. Elon brought a handheld gaming system to share with Tyler and Mason. Doug's townhouse smelled like turkey and stuffing. He'd gone all out. We ate in the living room, plates on our laps. The kids sat on the floor. Doug looked tired but lighter, like a weight had lifted. He told me he'd filed for divorce the week before. Jill hadn't responded to the papers yet. I asked if he'd heard from her. He shook his head. She's living with your mom. Hasn't asked about the boys once. That hurts them, I said. I know. We're starting therapy next week. After we ate, the kids played video games. Doug and I cleaned up in the kitchen. He washed, I dried. Thank you for standing up to her, he said. I should have done it years ago. You were in a tough spot. So were you. But you got out. I stacked a plate in the cabinet. Elon's thriving, he said. You're doing a great job. Thanks. Tyler asked about his mom yesterday. I didn't know what to say. I told him she's dealing with some stuff and needs space. What did he say? He asked if she still loves him. My chest tightened. What'd you tell him? I said, of course she does. But I don't know if that's true. Kids need to believe it, I said. For now. He nodded. We finished the dishes in silence. December came fast. Elon's school had a winter concert. He played clarinet in the band. I sat in the auditorium with Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise. The kids filed onto the stage in rows. Elon was third from the left. He saw me, gave a small wave. The concert started. Holiday songs, some off-key, some surprisingly good. Elon's solo was in the third song. Short but clean. I recorded it on my phone. After the concert, we met him in the hallway. He was talking to a girl from his class. She laughed at something he said. I waited until she walked away. You sounded great, I told him. Thanks. Can we get ice cream? It's freezing outside, exactly. Best time for ice cream. Uncle Gary laughed. Kids got a point. We went to the diner down the street. Sat in a booth. Elon ordered a brownie sundae. I got coffee. Uncle Gary got pie. We talked about the concert. The clarinets were the best section, Elon said. Obviously. You're biased, Aunt Denise said. Doesn't make it less true. We laughed. For a moment, everything felt normal. The next day, my phone rang. Lydia. Linda, we have a problem. What? Jill filed a counterpetition? She's claiming you've alienated her from Elon and requesting court-ordered visitation. On what grounds? Grandparent rights. She's arguing that since she helped raise him during your work hours, she has standing. That's insane, I know. But we have to respond. When's the hearing? January 8th. I'll send you the details. We'll need to document everything. Again, I hung up, sat at the kitchen table. Elon was at school. The house was quiet. I pulled out my laptop, started compiling evidence, photos, texts, emails, the CPS report, the school incident, the restraining order, everything. By the time Elon got home, I had a folder 2 inches thick. Christmas was small. Just me and Elon. We put up a tree, strung lights. He hung ornaments while I made hot chocolate. We watched old movies, ate too many cookies. On Christmas morning, he opened presents. A new bike, some books, a video game he'd been wanting. He hugged me. Best Christmas ever. It wasn't, but it was honest. That afternoon, Doug brought Tyler and Mason over. The boys played in the backyard. Doug and I sat on the porch. You okay? He asked. Getting there. He handed me an envelope. What's this? Jill signed the divorce papers. It's final in 60 days. I opened it, skimmed the terms. She didn't contest anything? Nope. Didn't even show up to mediation. Wow. He leaned back in his chair. I think she's given up. On you, maybe? Not on me. He looked at me. What do you mean? She's coming after visitation with Elon. Doug's face darkened. She can't do that? She's trying. He shook his head. Unbelievable. We sat in silence, watched the kids chase each other around the yard. January 8th, the visitation hearing. I wore black slacks and a gray blouse. Lydia met me outside the courthouse. Same judge as before. Jill sat with a different lawyer this time. Paid for, not public. My mom sat behind her again. The judge entered. We stood. He sat, opened the file. Ms. Wagner, you're petitioning for visitation with your nephew, Elon Crane. Is that correct? Jill's lawyer stood. Yes, Your Honor. On what grounds? My client has been a significant presence in Elon's life. She provided childcare, attended school events, and maintained a close relationship until Ms. Crane abruptly severed contact. The judge looked at me. Ms. Crane, your response? Lydia stood. Your Honor, Ms. Wagner has a documented history of harassment, false allegations, and attempts to interfere with Ms. Crane's custody. The restraining order was granted based on this behavior. Granting visitation would undermine that order and put the child at risk. At risk how? Ms. Wagner has demonstrated a willingness to manipulate situations for personal gain. She filed false CPS reports. She attempted to involve the school district under false pretenses. She has shown no genuine concern for Elon's welfare, only for control. Jill's lawyer objected. That's speculation. The judge raised a hand. I'll allow it. Continue. Lydia pulled out the folder. We have evidence of Ms. Wagner's behavior. Screenshots of social media posts disparaging Ms. Crane. Financial records showing Ms. Crane supported Ms. Wagner for years before cutting contact. Testimony from school officials about the incident in October. The judge reviewed the documents. Ms. Wagner, do you have any evidence of your relationship with Elon prior to the restraining order? Jill's lawyer submitted photos. Jill and Elon at a park. At a birthday party. The judge looked at them. These are nice photos, but they don't establish a legal basis for visitation. Grandparent rights require proof of an existing, significant relationship that benefits the child. Can you provide that? Jill's lawyer hesitated. My client believes the relationship was significant. Belief isn't evidence. Lydia stood. Your Honor, Elon has not asked to see Ms. Wagner. He has not expressed any distress over her absence. In fact, his grades and behavior have improved since contact ceased. The judge nodded. I'm denying the petition. Ms. Wagner has not met the burden of proof. Furthermore, granting visitation would conflict with the existing restraining order, which remains in effect. Jill stood. This is ridiculous. The judge's gaze hardened. Ms. Wagner, you're dismissed. If you continue to pursue this, I'll consider it harassment and extend the restraining order indefinitely. Jill's face went pale. She sat down. Her lawyer whispered to her. She shook her head. The judge banged his gavel. We're adjourned. I stood. Lydia packed up her folder. Outside, Uncle Gary was waiting again. How'd it go? Petition denied. He smiled. Good, let's get lunch. We went to a diner nearby. Sat in a corner booth. Ordered sandwiches. I felt lighter. Like I could finally breathe. You did the right thing, Uncle Gary said. Doesn't always feel like it. That's how you know it was right. February. Things settled into a rhythm. Elon's birthday was coming up. He wanted a small party. Just a few friends. We planned it for the last Saturday of the month. Bowling alley. Pizza. Cake. Simple. Doug offered to help. He brought Tyler and Mason. They were excited. Elon invited 6 kids from school. We reserved 2 lanes. The party started at 2. Kids showed up. Laughing. Loud. Exactly how a birthday party should be. Elon was happy. That's all that mattered. Halfway through, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I stepped outside to answer. Hello? Linda, it was my dad. I froze. Why are you calling? Your mother's in the hospital. What happened? She had a heart attack this morning. She's stable. But she's asking for you. I leaned against the wall. I can't. Linda, she's your mother. She chose Jill over me. Over Elon, that's not fair. Neither is calling CPS on me. Or showing up at Elon's school. I hung up, walked back inside. Doug looked at me. Everything okay? My mom's in the hospital. He stood. Do you need to go? No, he didn't push. The party continued. Elon blew out his candles, made a wish. I took photos, smiled, kept it together. That night, after Elon went to bed, I sat in the dark living room, thought about my mom, about the hospital, about whether I should go. I didn't. The next day, my dad called again. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail. Your mother's asking for you, please. Just come see her. I deleted it. Uncle Gary called that afternoon. I heard about your mom. Yeah. You going to see her? I don't know. He was quiet. Then he said, you don't owe her anything, but you might regret it if you don't. I thought about that. All night. The next morning, I drove to the hospital, walked through the automatic doors, took the elevator to the cardiac unit, asked for her room number at the nurse's station. Room 412. I walked down the hall, stood outside her door, heard voices inside. My dad, Jill. I turned around, walked back to the elevator, went home. I didn't regret it. March Elon's spring concert. Another performance? This time Uncle Gary couldn't make it. Work conflict. Aunt Denise came. We sat together. Elon played his solo. Nailed it. After the concert, we took him out for burgers. He talked about trying out for the advanced band next year. I encouraged him. Aunt Denise asked about summer plans. Elon wanted to go to a music camp. I said I'd look into it. That night I got an email from my dad. Subject line, please read. I almost deleted it, but I opened it. Linda, your mother is home. She's recovering. The doctors say she needs less stress. Jill has agreed to move out. She's getting her own place. I'm writing because I want to apologize. I should have stood up for you. I should have seen what was happening. I didn't, I'm sorry. If you're willing, I'd like to talk. Just the 2 of us. No pressure. Just coffee. Let me know. Dad. I stared at the email. Read it 3 times. Then I closed my laptop. Didn't respond. April. Elon's school had a spring fundraiser. Silent auction bake sale. I volunteered to work the bake sale table. Aunt Denise brought cookies. We sold out in an hour. Elon ran around with his friends. I watched him. He was just a kid. Happy, safe, that's all I wanted. Doug stopped by. Bought a cupcake, we talked. He told me Jill had moved to an apartment across town. She'd gotten a job, retail. He'd seen her once. At the grocery store. She didn't say hi. How are the boys, I asked. Good. Tyler's doing better. Mason asks about her sometimes. Doug shrugged. I tell him she's busy. After the fundraiser, I drove Elon home. He was tired. Fell asleep in the car. I carried him inside. Put him to bed. Sat in the kitchen. Thought about my dad's email. About coffee. About whether I was ready. I wasn't sure. May. I finally responded to my dad. Okay. Coffee. Saturday. 10 a.m. He replied within minutes. Thank you. I'll be there. We met at a coffee shop downtown. He was already sitting when I arrived. Looked older. Grayer. I sat across from him. Ordered a black coffee. We didn't talk at first, just sat. Then he said, how's Elon? Good. He's in the advanced band next year. That's great. He's a good kid. I nodded. My dad stirred his coffee. I've been thinking a lot about what I did wrong. About how I let Jill manipulate me. Manipulate us. Your mother too. I didn't respond. He continued. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I know I don't deserve it. But I want you to know I see it now. I see what she did. What we let happen. I sipped my coffee. Why now? Your mother's heart attack scared me. Made me realize life's too short to live in denial. I looked at him. Where's Jill now? I don't know. We don't talk. She moved out. Hasn't called. My dad's voice cracked. I lost both my daughters. I'm trying to get one back. I finished my coffee. Stood. I need time. I understand. I walked out. Drove home. Felt something shift. Not forgiveness, but maybe the start of something. June. School ended. Elon went to music camp for 2 weeks. I dropped him off. He was nervous but excited. I hugged him. You'll do great. When I got home, the house felt empty. I cleaned, organized, threw out old papers. Found a box of photos. Me and Jill as kids. My parents, holidays, I almost threw them out. But I didn't. Put them back in the closet. That week, Doug called. Jill reached out. She wants to see the boys. What did you say? I told her no, not yet. Maybe in a few months. We'll see. Good call, he sighed. It's hard. I want them to have a mom, but not the one she's been. Give it time. Yeah, we hung up. I sat on the porch. Watched the sunset. Thought about time. About healing. About whether it was possible. I didn't know, but I had to believe it was July. Elon came home from camp, excited, energized. He'd made new friends, learned new songs. He played them for me. I listened, clapped, made him dinner. We ate on the porch. He talked about trying out for the school jazz band. I encouraged him. That weekend, my dad called. Asked if he could see Elon. I thought about it. Asked Elon. He shrugged. I guess we met at a park. My dad brought a football. They tossed it around. I sat on a bench. Watched. My dad laughed at something Elon said. Elon smiled. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. After an hour, we left. My dad hugged Elon. Thanks for letting me see him, he said to me. I nodded, didn't say anything. Drove home. Elon asked if we'd do it again. Maybe, he nodded. Turned on the radio. We drove in silence August back to school prep. Elon needed new clothes, supplies. We went shopping. He picked out a backpack, some notebooks. We stopped for lunch. Sat in a booth. He told me about a girl he liked. Her name was Iris. She played flute in band. I smiled. You should talk to her. I don't know what to say. Just be yourself. He rolled his eyes. That's what everyone says. Because it's true. He ate his fries. I watched him. Thought about how much he'd grown. Not just physically, emotionally. He'd handled everything with grace. More than I had. That night I tucked him in. Even though he was too old for it, he let me. Thanks, Mom. For what? For everything. I kissed his forehead. You're welcome. September, school started. Elon made the jazz band. Came home excited. Showed me the music. I looked at it. Couldn't read it. But I nodded. Looks hard. It is. But I'll get it. I know you will. That week, Doug called. Jill wants to meet. With me, just to talk. Do you think I should? Up to you. He was quiet. I think I need to. For closure. I get that. Let me know how it goes. He agreed. We hung up. 2 days later, he called back. We met. It was awkward. She apologized. Said she's in therapy. Trying to change? Do you believe her? I don't know. But I told her if she wants to see the boys, she has to prove it. Actions, not words. Good, he sighed. It's exhausting, I know. But you're doing the right thing. I hope so, October. Elon's jazz band had their first performance. Small event. Just parents. I sat in the front row. Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise came. My dad asked if he could come. I said yes. He sat in the back. Didn't approach us. Just watched. Elon's solo was smooth. Confident. I recorded it. After the performance, we took him out for ice cream. My dad stayed behind. Texted me later. He was amazing. Thanks for letting me be there. I didn't respond. But I didn't block him either. November. Thanksgiving again. Doug invited us. Same setup as last year. Small, quiet. This time, Jill asked if she could stop by. Just for an hour. To see the boys. Doug asked me what I thought. It's your call. He decided to let her. She came at 4. Knocked on the door. Doug answered. She looked different. Thinner. Tired. She hugged Tyler and Mason. They were stiff. Unsure. She didn't stay long. 30 minutes. Then she left. Doug closed the door. Leaned against it. That was harder than I thought. How were the boys? Confused. We'll talk about it later. After dinner, Elon asked why Aunt Jill wasn't at our Thanksgiving. I told him she was with her boys. He nodded. Didn't ask more. December, Christmas prep. Elon wanted to get gifts for everyone. We went shopping. He picked out things thoughtfully. A book for Uncle Gary, a scarf for Aunt Denise, a mug for Doug. He asked if we should get something for Grandpa. Do you want to? He thought about it. Yeah, we picked out a tie. Nothing expensive, just something small. On Christmas Eve, my dad stopped by. Brought a gift for Elon. I let him in. We sat in the living room. Elon opened it. A model airplane kit. Cool. Thanks, Grandpa. My dad smiled. You're welcome. He didn't stay long. Just dropped it off. As he left, he handed me an envelope. For you. I opened it later. A card. No money. Just a note. I'm proud of you. For everything, Dad. I put it in a drawer. Didn't throw it away. January. New year. New start. Elon's grades were excellent. He was thriving. I was managing. Work was stable. Life was stable. Doug called. Jill's been consistent. Seeing the boys twice a month. It's going okay. That's good. He paused. She asked about Elon. Wants to know if she can reach out. I was quiet. Not yet, he agreed. I'll tell her. We hung up. I thought about it. About whether I'd ever let her back in. I didn't know. But not now. February. Elon's birthday. 13. Officially a teenager. We had a small party. Same as last year. Bowling, pizza, his friends. Doug brought Tyler and Mason. My dad asked if he could come. I said no, not yet. He understood. Elon had a great time. Laughed, joked with his friends. I watched him. Thought about how far we'd come. How much had changed. How much hadn't. That night, after everyone left, Elon and I sat on the couch. Best birthday? Top 3. I'll take it. He leaned against me. Thanks, Mom. Anytime, bud. March. Spring came early. Flowers bloomed. The air warmed. Elon's band had another concert. This one was bigger. Open to the public. I invited my dad. He came. Sat with Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise. After the concert, we all went out. My dad paid, insisted we talked. Not about the past. Just about Elon. About the music. About normal things. It felt strange, but not bad. That night, I drove my dad home. He lived alone now. My mom had moved into an assisted living facility. Her heart wasn't strong enough for independent living. Before he got out, he said, "Thank you for giving me a chance." I nodded. Didn't say you're welcome. Just nodded. He got out. Closed the door. I drove home April. Elon asked about his grandma. I haven't seen her in a long time. I know. Can we visit? I thought about it. Asked my dad for the address. We went on a Saturday. The facility was nice, clean, bright. We signed in at the front desk. Room 203. We walked down the hall. Knocked. Come in. My mom was sitting in a chair by the window. She turned, saw us. Her face changed. Linda, Elon. We stepped inside. I stayed by the door. Elon walked over. Hi, Grandma. She hugged him. Started crying. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Elon didn't know what to say. Just hugged her back. I watched. Felt nothing. Then something. Not forgiveness, but pity. After 15 minutes, we left. In the car, Elon asked, "Are you okay, Mom?" "Yeah, are you?" "I think so." We drove home. Didn't talk about it again May. School was almost over. Elon was excited for summer. He'd been accepted into an advanced music program. I was proud. We celebrated with dinner at his favorite restaurant. Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise joined. Doug brought his boys. My dad came too. We filled a long table. Laughed. Told stories. For a moment, it felt like family. Not the one I'd lost, but the one I'd built, and that was enough. June. Elon left for his music program. 6 weeks? I hugged him goodbye. Told him to call me. He promised. The house felt empty again, but different this time. Peaceful. I spent the time working, reading, seeing friends. Doug invited me to dinner one night. Just the two of us. We went to a quiet place. Talked about everything. The past year, the healing, the future. You've been through hell, he said. So have you? Yeah, but you came out stronger. I don't know about that. I do. We finished dinner. He drove me home. Walked me to the door. Thanks for tonight. Anytime. He hesitated. Then said, "If you ever want to do this again, let me know." I smiled. "I'll think about it." He left. I went inside. Sat on the couch. Thought about his offer. About moving forward. About letting someone in. Maybe. Someday. July. Elon came home. Taller. Happier. He told me about the program. The people he'd met. The music he'd learned. I listened. Asked questions. That weekend we had a barbecue. Uncle Gary grilled. Aunt Denise made sides. Doug brought his boys. My dad came. We sat outside. Ate. Talked. Elon played guitar. Sang a song he'd written. Everyone listened. When he finished, we clapped. He bowed. Grinned. I looked around. At the people there. The ones who'd stayed. The ones who'd shown up. And I realized something. Family isn't who you're born with. It's who chooses you. And I'd been chosen. That was everything. August, back to school shopping. Again. Elon needed new clothes. We went to the mall. He tried on jeans, shirts. I waited outside the dressing room. He came out. "How's this?" "Looks good," he smiled. Went back in. My phone buzzed. A text from Jill. "Can we talk?" I stared at it. Didn't respond. Not yet, maybe not ever. Elon came out with an armful of clothes. Ready? We checked out. Drove home. That night, I thought about Jill's text. About what she wanted. About whether I cared. I didn't. And that felt like freedom. September. School started. 8th grade. Elon's last year of middle school. He was confident, self-assured. I was proud. That week, Doug called. Asked if I wanted to grab coffee. I said yes. We met at the same place my dad and I had met. Sat outside. Talked about the kids. About life. About everything. He asked if I'd thought about his offer. To go to dinner again. I had, and I'd like that. He smiled. This weekend? Sure. We finished our coffee. He walked me to my car. See you Saturday. See you then. I drove home. Felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. Saturday came. Doug picked me up. We went to a nice restaurant. Nothing fancy, just comfortable. We talked, laughed, it felt easy, natural. At the end of the night, he drove me home, walked me to the door again. I had a great time. Me too. He hesitated, then kissed me. Soft, brief. I'll call you. Okay. He left. I went inside, leaned against the door, smiled. For the first time in 2 years, I felt like myself again. The months that followed were steady. Doug and I kept seeing each other. Nothing rushed, just slow and careful. Elon liked him. That mattered. Tyler and Mason were good kids. We blended our families for dinners, movie nights. It worked. My dad became a regular presence, not overbearing, just there. We had coffee once a month, talked about safe things, Elon, work, the weather. It was enough. Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise remained my anchor, always showing up, always steady. I visited my mom occasionally, short visits, surface-level conversation. She asked about Elon. I told her he was good. She cried sometimes. I didn't. Jill stayed away. I heard updates through Doug. She was working, going to therapy, seeing her boys more regularly. I was glad for them. But I didn't reach out. I didn't need to. By the time Elon graduated 8th grade, I'd built a life I was proud of. Not perfect, but mine. At his graduation, I sat between Doug and my dad. Uncle Gary and Aunt Denise were in the row behind us. When Elon walked across the stage, we all cheered. He grinned, waved. After the ceremony, we took photos. Elon with his friends, Elon with me, Elon with everyone. My dad asked to take one with just him and Elon. I let him. Watched them pose. Saw my dad's hand on Elon's shoulder. Saw Elon smile. It wasn't everything I'd wanted, but it was something. And sometimes, something is enough. That night, after everyone left, Elon and I sat on the porch. The stars were out. He was quiet, thinking. You okay? I asked. Yeah, just weird. What is, growing up? Everything changing. I put my arm around him. Change isn't always bad. I know, but it's still weird. I smiled. Yeah, it is. We sat there. Just the two of us. The way it had been for so long. And I realized something. I'd spent so much time protecting him, protecting us. But maybe it was time to let go. Not of him, but of the fear, of the anger, of the weight I'd been carrying. Maybe it was time to just be. We went inside. I tucked him in. Even though he was too old, he let me. Thanks, Mom, for everything. You're welcome, bud. Sleep tight. He closed his eyes. I turned off the light, walked to my room, lay down. And for the first time in years, I slept through the night.